Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're starting off with my pencil pouch, and I'm going to take two pencils. Each have a different lead hardness, and I'm starting off with a harder lead at the front, and then it'll gradually lighten up as I get towards the back. And I am not an artist, so don't come for me in the comments, or do, whatever, it won't hurt my feelings. But yeah, I had very little to no art skills, but I wanted to incorporate this trail, and I didn't have any other way to do it versus just drawing it. So I sucked it up and I drew some trees, and I wanted to incorporate trails because my September was me running a lot. I've been getting back into running. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm taking a brush. Any brush will do. It doesn't have to be a paintbrush. A makeup brush will work as well. And I'm alternating between that and my finger to really smudge out that lead and to create like a gradient and soften those lines. Once that's done, it'll look like that. And then I'm going to draw in my header. I'm using my Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. As always, everything I use will be linked down below. I wanted to play with different mediums between pencils, markers, and also paper scraps. I created this little cutout of a girl. She's running. Now I'm going to take my glue stick and glue it down. And I really like the way that looks. It looks like a girl running on a path, and that's basically what I've been doing all of September. So now I'm taking my pen and I'm going in and kind of creating a little bit more detail to the trees and really outlining them. And I feel like this really helps to create a variance between the pencil and the pen strokes, and it also brings the drawing to life. Like, you can see the difference there as I'm outlining. I wrote this quote out on paper, and then I also used my distress ink, as you can see there, to distress the edges and kind of give it a burnt effect. I wanted to go for more muted colors within the spread, so I'm keeping it very neutral to browns and blacks and using the white of the papers to create that variance of color. So my quote says, "Little by little, a little becomes a lot." And I chose this quote because, as I said, I've been running and I've just been building up my stamina, and I feel like with running you can't do a lot at the same time. You kind of have to build up your endurance, and that's what I've been doing. So I wanted to incorporate that within my quote. So now I'm taking my brown pen and I'm creating these little fallen leaves for fall. September is kind of like that transitional month between summer and fall, and I really wanted to incorporate that within the spread. And I just love the look of the falling leaves. I thought that it also kind of plays on the little by little, because leaves are usually so little, but then when they all fall, they create these huge piles. And I don't know, I just really like the way it looked. So there, I'm taking that same brown pen that I used to outline the trees and to create the fallen leaves. And I'm creating these little branches that kind of go over to the next page so that it looks like the trees were kind of sticking out a little. I wanted that to look like the leaves were coming from that branch. Like I said, I'm keeping the colors very muted, but I wanted to do small pops of red throughout the spread. So this page is my important dates calendar. I haven't done a calendar in my spreads for a while, but September starts school for me. I'm starting back school, so I needed a place that I could incorporate all of my important dates for school or anything that happens and kind of comes up, like my mom's birthday is this month. There's also a couple of other things that I was doing this month, so I needed a space that I could put things down. I like to write dates down in my bullet journal, but I also do utilize Google Calendar. So this is just like an initial place to write things down, and then I'll later transition it to my Google Calendar. That way it's on my phone. But I still like to write down dates because it's just something so nice and nostalgic about it. Then I'm taking my red pen and I'm filling in any little accent spots. The next part is my What's on My Mind spread. I made this cutout of a girl. She is in a yoga pose, like a meditative state. And I've actually been using the spread quite a bit. I used it in my last setup. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below. And now I'm just making the little thought bubbles. And I thought I would make it into a little leaf shape to keep that theme going. And this is me just showing you kind of. Okay, so the next spread is my habit tracker. I'm gluing those pieces down, and then I ink distressed the edges, ripped them, kind of gave them that vintage feel, and now I'm creating those same fallen leaves that I've been incorporating throughout the entire spread. And with this habit tracker, I wanted it to look like a running track. So this actually looks like the track that you see in a lot of schools that people use to race. And I like this because my theme was running, of course, and I just thought it would be a creative way to fill in all of those boxes and see the path kind of form. I actually printed out this printable off Etsy. I'll link the shop down below if you're interested. And some of my habits that I wanted to track this month that's kind of different. I've recently incorporated affirmations into my daily routine. So I've been incorporating those in the evenings when I'm winding down for the night. I listen to some affirmations as I'm doing my skincare routine. And this really helps me to kind of love myself and sets me up for success the next day. My other habits are running right now. Obviously, I've been talking about it nonstop. Stretching. I've actually been stretching every night as well as doing my affirmations morning and night, waking up and stretching. Walking. I've been walking with my mother-in-law and taking Mellows on longer walks, and then writing, as always. And I'm just showing you here how if I do any of those, how it will kind of look as I build the spread up. This is a pretty simple page. It's my monthly overview. I like to have this page there just to have a space that I can write down any tasks that I have, and then that way I can have like a huge list of tasks and I can migrate them over from month to month if I don't get anything done. And this is kind of nice to have because with my Google Calendar, sometimes I plan out a bunch of things and I have to like constantly migrate them over, and here I can have like a huge list and kind of spread them out over my Google Calendar, and then it's kind of a nice way to utilize both. There I had upload my September plan with me. Like I said, school is starting back. I'm taking 4 classes, so I needed a space for my assignments. Obviously, I have my Google Calendar, and this would just be for like the initial assignments that you see on the syllabus. And then my Google Calendar kind of goes into more detail, but I like to have a quick space that I can write down all of the dates due for classes. And it's not anything fancy. It's literally just a big space that I can write out any dates. I realized I took that leaf line too far down because I wanted to incorporate this cutout of a girl at her desk working that I created. So I glued that down, and that's what you see there. I do what's called rolling dailies. I section off my days by tasks. I have personal, I have work, I have any notes, and then I have fitness. And then I just kind of migrate them, and I allow myself a whole page to write down stuff. I know it's a lot, but this is kind of a nice place to have visually see everything. Actually, I'm not sure if I'll continue to use these just because I feel like I've been using my Google Calendar for that. Alright guys, this is my final spread. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also there you see I had my running log. I actually lost the clip of that. Sorry about that, but the printable will be listed down below. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.